What's up, Amazon sellers? We have the whole month of September to continue planning for Q4. I know, #excited. Now, if you want to know what I'm going to do in September and get myself ready for Q4, then stay tuned. I'm going to talk about that now in my Amazon UK business. Right, if you don't know who I am, my name is Thomas Parkinson, and I've been selling on Amazon now doing online arbitrage for the last 5 years. Now, I'm a 7-figure Amazon seller pretty much within 2 of my businesses in the UK and USA, and I'm hopefully going to expand into another marketplace in the near future. Now, if you're interested in learning how I've done it and what I'm doing and what I'm learning on my journey, do make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. But hey, enough about me. What are we going to talk about today? Well, first things first, number 1, I'm going to give you a recap of my plans for August, talk about what happened and obviously the results. Number 2, I'll talk about my plans for September in 2022. Then finally, I'm going to share some personal advice, maybe if you're thinking about going into September and what my thoughts are on that. So let's get started. Okay, so first things first, number 1, let's talk about recaps of my plans for August, what happened, and obviously what the results were. Now, I've mentioned it before, we were going to hit 200,000 in revenues for the month of August. As we close, we say towards the end of August, we believe that we are going to be hitting that revenue target, although we might not hit the target ROI. Now, why? Well, this is because we made adjustments with our repricer, whereby we increased revenue and gross profit, but actually had a smaller profit margin per product. Now, in addition to that, we also talked about creating our plans for Q4. What we achieved with this is to, start planning and start checking our historical data, where we looked at our top selling products from last year and the most sold items over Q4. And we also identified those seasonal products that we've sold previously. Now, lastly, what we've also done is set those targets for both online arbitrage and wholesale within our business, looking in towards the Q4 madness, the Q4 time. Okay, quick question for you guys. I'm talking about Q4. It's a great time of year, but I want to ask a question. Have you guys started planning for Q4? If you have, let me know in the comments down below. Just give me a yes or a no. I'm interested to know how many of my viewers are ready for Q4, already starting the planning. Let me know in the comments down below, yes or no. Now let's talk about my plans for September 2022. First things first, number 1. For September, we are planning to hit pretty much very similar, 195,000 in revenue. And that's with a gross profit of maybe I think 17 to 20K is where we're going. Now, what I will say is that 195K is only for online arbitrage. And if we add in the extra 31K we're looking to do for our wholesale business, then that's going to give us about 226, 230 average, or should I say combined across both of them, which is a little bit higher compared to our average for the past 3 months at 210. But you might be asking, what is the basis for our targets? Well, basically, our projections were based on the conservative side, as we're currently changing a lot of things within our business, and in particular around the repricer. We want to make sure we free up capital, we want to make sure we've got money available, and also any stock that going into the Q4 period we don't want, that's cleared down, and just make sure that we're getting efficient within our business, and hence why we're changing things with our repricer. Now, the second thing I'm going to be looking at, obviously going into September, is quite simply is to order fast selling items from Q4 last year, 2021. Now, what I will say is that last year we started ordering our Q4 ordering within, Q4, which is absolutely fine and very normal, and I do recommend it. But for us, what we identified was some of those faster selling lines, they got sold out pretty quick, and we didn't have enough stock of them. So we got a bit more cash this year. So we're looking at potentially buying some more of those fast selling items a bit earlier in Q4, September, so that we could hold a bit extra stock ready for the Q4 madness. However, for the month of September, we're going to add additional products in, and hence we're aiming to continue adding items to our inventory, just like I said, but even looking at this Q4. Now, most people probably wouldn't do this, but we are, because we're in the position we can take advantage of that. Now, the third thing we're going to do is have higher spending on products. Now, as you might all know, I've made an announcement about closing our lead service because we wanted to give more deals to our customers and also have less competitive deals. Now, what we had in the past, and I'll just give you a little bit of background in regards to the lead service, we had one team, which was my lead service finding deals. We had another team, which was my own Amazon business finding deals. And as a result, what would happen is that when we did the analytics, they would find the same deals, which is kind of to be expected because they were trained the same way. And as a result, we were a competitor on our customers' deals deals and our customers would compete on our deals. So it wasn't helping anyone. So what we decided to do was quite simply is to scrap the two teams and to merge them into one bigger team. Now with that in mind, what we're looking at is now there's going to be more deals but less competition per deal because we've reduced down that competition for not only our own business but also for all our Amazon, should they fast track FBA lead service customers, the online arbitrage deal customers. As a result, we're looking to be spending more money on the deals, and that is for both. Now the fourth and the final plan is to sell off aging stock aggressively. Now you might be asking, why are we going to do that? Why are we not holding fire of that into the Q4 period? Well, basically it's because we are getting lower margins from it. What we've seen is the competition, we've seen problems, and also as well we've seen that we don't think it's probably going to recover in Q4. So since the Q4 period is fast approaching, we are projecting that our revenues are going to go up. And also as well, we want to make sure that those products right now, which are not going to make money and also as well, probably not going to sell, we want to get them cleared down so we can reinvest that money into stock, which will make us profits. Okay, so today I'm talking about my Amazon business plan for September 2022. Now, probably like hopefully you're making plans, and if not, I'd really recommend doing it. But the one thing which I'd really think about, and I've met so many Amazon sellers, working in your business becomes really hard because you're doing so much hard work and you're focusing on it. And interestingly enough, you don't make your money when you're buying and selling. You make your money when you're making good strategic decisions. It might be the case that you change category that you go into, it might be changing marketplace. Look at us going UK to USA. We're seeing much more profit in the USA. It's absolutely amazing. But the one thing which I will say, and I will kind of highlight across all of this, is my journey to now 7-figure businesses across 2 marketplaces, which is actually incredible, and fast track FBAs. I couldn't have done this on my own. Technically impossible. But how did I do it? Well, I had built a team. There was a team of people that could help me achieve the goals that I want to achieve and then go way beyond it. Now, I'm sure you are like me. You have great big goals in your business and your life that you want to achieve. And hopefully you understand that actually it's a bit stupid if you try and do it all yourself. Now, the one thing which I'd really recommend is, if you haven't thought about it, is building a team is the most important part. And how do you get started? Well, quite simply, in an Amazon business, the very first role you should hire is a sourcing VA. Someone who is going to save you 8 hours a day, finding deals, looking at replenishments, looking at all those stores, voucher codes, everything that is going to really help you save time and grow your business and get you out of that business so you can work on it and not in it. Now, if you are interested in learning more about sourcing VAs and how they can help your business, we have a service called the Fast Track FBA VA Academy. Now, quite simply, this is a service I created whereby we find, hire and train a virtual assistant to work in your business. They are yours, and we support them for 12 weeks to get results. Not only do we support the VA to get results, we support you in building your leadership skills with the MBA workbook and our weekly support calls. Now, if you are interested and want to know more and want to book a free 30-minute consultation call, have a look at the link down below where you too can get a VA as well. Okay, so this leads me nicely onto my third chapter. Let's give you some personal advice for about Q4, maybe even September if you're coming into that as well. Now look, Q4 is fast approaching, and September is the last month of Q3 before you go into the Q4 period. Now for you, the one thing which I'd really say, look, first things first, if you haven't done it already, you should be making some strategic plans. And what do I mean by that? In going into the Q4 period, revenue. Look at last year's revenue, look at what other people are doing, look at growth. Now, people talk about you're getting a 10x revenue, really not going to happen. Maybe you might double it in kind of December. But what you want to really do is think about how much revenue you're going to need. Now, top tips for Q4, and if I just really summarize it now, because I could do a whole video on this. Once you start looking at that figure, what you want to think about right now, and there's 2 things you really need to do today, this month, September, to get you ready for Q4. Number 1, you need to get access to credit. Why? Or should you say what? What do I mean? Credit cards, overdraft, things like that. And I'm not saying you need to go out and remortgage your house, but just having credit available is going to be very, very powerful and important. Why do I say it? Because in Q4, if you found amazing deals, they're going to make you so much money. You want to be able to buy them. And if you don't have the money available, that's just lost profit there. So what I say is it's much better to have more money than you need than not enough, because there's so much opportunity. Last year, we actually smashed it in Q4 and I made some serious cash. Why? Because we had credit available. Now, obviously, make sure that you're doing it responsibly. I'm not a financial advisor, etc. So just be careful, but also get yourself available. So if you find a good deal, you can do it. Now, the second thing I really recommend, and I just talked about it a minute ago, build a team. Q4 is the busiest time of year. There are so many deals to buy. And if you're maybe you're like me, you're working all the hours under the sun. Well, if you're busy right now in Q3 buying, you don't really have much time, what's going to happen when you're finding lots more deals and you have more money to buy those deals? Well, quite simply, you're just not going to have enough time to find them and actually buy them. So what do you need? You need your team, and I'd really, really recommend it. Get a VA, get someone who's going to help you find those deals. That's going to give you some time back. You can now buy more deals, use more of that credit, and you know what? Now Q4 is going to be the biggest thing you've ever achieved and ever had. There is so much money to be made, and for the simple idea of like getting a VA, getting someone to help you with that sourcing is just going to help you save time and level up your business. There is a reason why 300 people have chosen the Fast Track FBA VA Academy, not only because it works, but because VAs add so much value to your business. They can help you sourcing. And I really stress it. Like, if you want to level up into the next level of this game, that is where you start. You build a team, and all companies are about building a team of people. Trust me, I think you'll love it. Now, what I will say is, after going through my plans for September, you might want to learn more about VAs and obviously the importance of them. So what I will do is I will drop a video around here about how virtual assistants can help grow your Amazon business. Check that out. Now, what I will say is, hopefully you've liked this video. If you have, give me a big thumbs up. And hey, if you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button down below. But for myself, Thomas Parkinson, and the Fast Track FBA team, thank you so much.